Please be seated. I would like to ask at this time if we can silence all cell phones. And if you all can join me as we offer prayer by bowing your heads. Lord God of all creation, we invite your presence to fill this place as we celebrate the accomplishments of these graduates. We ask for your almighty hand to be upon all those who are graduating, their families who have encouraged them, their instructors who have prepared them, their friends who are here supporting them, and the distinguished guests on the platform who have come to honor them. Bless this ceremony with your goodness and grace. In your name we pray, amen.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. That's better. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Central Piedmont Community College, I'd like to welcome you this afternoon to this very special graduation ceremony. We're delighted that all of you are here to celebrate this very exciting moment. You who are gathered in the audience should know that these graduates have received the finest community college education in America. Let me now introduce those seated on the stage behind me. Please hold your applause until they have all been introduced. Please stand as your name is called. On the first row, beginning with my right, Commissioner Trevor Fuller, Mecklenburg County Board of Commissioners. Dr. Candy Dietermeyer, President of Central Piedmont Community College. Ms. Pat Rogers, honored guest. Ms. Cecilia Ramirez, trustee. Mr. Marshall Coble, trustee. Ms. Linda Lockman Brooks, trustee. And on my immediate left, Ms. Maureen Moe Palmer, CPCC Corporate Chaplain. Mr. Richard Zollinger, Vice President for Learning and Workforce Development. Dr. Chris Dula, honored guest. Mr. C.D. Nye, President of the Student Government Association. And Dr. Wilhelmina Rembert, trustee. You may be seated. On the second row, again starting with my right, Dr. Tracy Clark, Executive Assistant to the President. Dr. Kevin McCarthy, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. Dr. Marcia Constant, Vice President for Enrollment and Student Services. Mr. David Kim, Vice President for Technology and Chief Information Officer. Mr. Tony Beatty, Instructor of the Year. Ms. Jerry Guido, Instructor of the Year. Ms. Carolyn Jacobs, President-elect of the College Senate. Mr. Keith Powell, President of the College Senate. Mr. Jeff Lawrence, Public Information Officer and Assistant to the President for Community Relations and Marketing Services. Ms. Kathy Rummage, Executive Director of Communications. Mrs. Amy Bagwell, honored guest. And Ms. Laura Temples, honored guest. You may be seated. And I would also like to recognize the finest faculty in the nation, led by the Curriculum and Student Services Deans seated in the front row. At this time, our Student Government Association president will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's graduation day. Shall we try that again? Good afternoon. There we go. I wanted to make sure you all are with us tonight. Well, I am Dr. Candy Diedemeyer, and it is my privilege to serve as president of Central Piedmont Community College. I want to start tonight's commencement by recognizing Mr. C.D. Nye. C.D. has served the college in exemplary fashion as the college's president of SGA. C.D. is an international student from the Gambia, West Africa, who has been living in the United States for almost 4 years. Not only has C.D. provided exemplary service to the college as the 2016-17 president of SGA, he has served as president of the International Student Association, a member of the Model United Nations Club, Rotaract, Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and as a student ambassador and first-year peer mentor. C.D. was recently recognized as the 2016 North Carolina Community College Academic Excellence Award recipient for Central Piedmont. By the way, he also taught me how to Uber, which was really important to me. He served and accomplished all of this while working part-time. C.D., who is an Associate of Arts major, will transfer this fall and be on the path to becoming a human rights attorney. Would you please join me in recognizing C.D. Nye for his service to Central Piedmont?
Thank you, Dr. Diedemeyer, for that incredible honor. It's been a privilege to serve this year as the CPCC Student Government President. These past 2 years have been a wonderful learning experience, and I have grown along with friends. When I first moved to the United States, I was doubtful and uncertain about my abilities. But I came to a realization that these feelings may never go away, but you can change how you react to them. So I would say to you, use these feelings to motivate you to achieve your goals and your dreams. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2017.
Central Piedmont Community College is proud to present the Richard H. Hagemeyer Educational Advancement Award to one of our alumni. Judy Allison, who is our vice chair of the board, could not be here unexpectedly, so I'm going to stand in her place. And it is truly an honor to present the Hagemeyer Award to Dr. Chris S. Dula. Dr. Dula is an associate professor of psychology at East Tennessee State University. The Hagemeyer Award is awarded for Dr. Richard H. Hagemeyer, CPCC's first president, who led the college from its beginnings as a trade school with just 1,200 students to one of the largest community colleges in the state. This award recognizes a former student who has benefited significantly from experiences at CPCC and whose efforts have helped the community. Dr. Dula describes his work and life situation prior to starting CPCC as chaotic. Wanting to make a significant life change, Dr. Dula enrolled at CPCC and began taking psychology courses. He found the subject matter contagious and his instructors' teaching styles extremely infectious, so much so that he modeled his current teaching style after those he learned from right here at CPCC. Dr. Dula graduated from CPCC in 1994 with an Associate in Arts degree and earned his Bachelor of Science degree from UNC Charlotte, his Master of Arts from Appalachian State University, and his Doctor of Philosophy degrees are from Virginia Tech. Today, Dr. Dula holds multiple positions at East Tennessee State University. In addition to being a full-time professor in the Department of Psychology, he is an adjunct faculty member in the Department of Family Medicine, an assistant director of clinical training, and the director of their Applied Psychology Laboratory. In his spare time, Dr. Dula enjoys donating his time, performing at charity events to raise money for various causes, including Down syndrome awareness and Second Harvest Food Bank. He sings and plays guitar. In his honor, a scholarship will be granted to a CPCC student enrolled in the college's Associate in Arts program in the area of study that most closely reflects Dr. Dula's background. Congratulations to Hagemeyer Award winner, Dr. Chris Dula. And I know he's going to come up and say a few words. Dr. Dula?
Thank you all. I'm extremely honored to receive this award because chaotic is a polite description of my life before I started at CPCC. I was a construction worker with a serious problem with alcohol. I had no direction in my life. I had no path forward. And although the people who taught me my trades were masters of their trades, I had no passion for that. And out of extreme desperation, my parents convinced me to give community college a try. And in 1992, I did just that. My story is so remarkable, I wrote it in a book under the pen name Stephen Sage, available now on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. But the thing about that is I get to come here and celebrate the life I'm privileged to lead now by virtue of the fact that CPCC was there for me when I needed it, before I even knew I needed it. And I got to give a copy of that book to Dr. Chris Brawley today. Right on, my brother. Grew up with him. And I actually have got to go and give a few copies to other people and then make my way back over the mountains to Johnson City, Tennessee, East Tennessee State University, where I'm privileged to do what I love for a living. And I would never have been able to discover what I want to do for a living, what I'd love for a living, or become qualified to do it without Central Piedmont Community College. It's just that simple. I'm proud of my accomplishments, and you should be proud of yours, and especially this one. Graduating with this degree, or any degree, doesn't make us better people than those who do not, but it can help open doors of opportunity that would otherwise remain closed. So congratulations to all of you for obtaining this level of higher education. Indeed. Be proud of that, and be proud of CPCC. All that remains for you is to discover your passion, if you haven't already, and move on to whatever level or levels of education or training you have left in order to be able to do something you love for a living. Because it's my firm belief that with enough desire, you got to want it bad enough. With enough effort, you have to work hard enough. And enough persistence, you have to stay at it long enough. You can do virtually anything you want to do in this life. Now, as it happens, I have to find other people before I go back over the mountain and hit 85 South traffic in a moment. So I hope you'll forgive me that I will be leaving the platform before I get to see you walk across it. But you have my very best wishes for the very best success in your collective futures. Thank you all. God bless you all. And thank you for being here today at CPCC. And congratulations.
How do you follow that? Will we say thank you to Dr. Dula one more time? That is CPCC alive and well. I almost thought he was going to do an altar call. I'm just saying. That would have been fun. The Distinguished Service Award recognizes an individual whose service and leadership have greatly benefited the college and the Charlotte-Mecklenburg region. This year's winner is Ms. Pat Rogers. Pat is president and CEO of Rogers, a Charlotte-based construction management company. She is also the past chair of the Charlotte Chamber of Commerce, the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra, the Mint Museum of Art, the McCall Center for Art and Innovation, the Charlotte Merchants Foundation, the Foundation of the Mint Museums, and the Construction Industry Roundtable. She is absolutely a very busy lady, and she loves to give back. She serves on the board of Davidson College, Daniel Stowe Botanical Garden, the Charlotte Executive Board for Wake Forest University, and the Charlotte Executive Leadership Council. We are also excited that we get a little bit of her time. She serves as president of the Central Piedmont Community College Foundation, of whom I know many of you in your education have benefited. Pat has received honors including North Carolina's Order of the Longleaf Pine, Echo Foundation's Award Against Indifference, Urban League's Whitney M. Young Award, and the Charlotte Business Journal's Business Person of the Year. What I believe she considers as one of her highest accomplishments is being a CPCC alumna before transferring to Queens. We are so proud of her, so grateful for her exemplary dedication and service, not only to this fine institution, but to our greater Charlotte community. And so as a token of our appreciation, and because we didn't want to carry it here tonight, we have a framed set of pictures that I hope she'll enjoy, capturing her service, depicting her service to the college, and that will be presented to her in just a few weeks at the CPCC Foundation Board meeting. Would you please help me in acknowledging our Distinguished Service Award recipient, Ms. Pat Rogers.
Thank you so much, Dr. Diedemeyer. I'm greatly honored and humbled to receive this recognition this evening. There is no way I could ever have imagined that I would receive this recognition and be here with you this evening. I first stepped on the campus of Central Piedmont Community College, not as a student, but as a very young and experienced assistant project manager managing a construction project on the campus. I had just entered the construction industry. I didn't know anything about it, but I quickly fell in love with it, and it became my passion. And I knew I wanted to learn more and further my education, but I really wasn't quite sure how to do it. As I went to that project every day, I looked around that campus, and it was the only campus, the central campus at that time, and I began to see people who looked a lot like me, young mothers with children, family obligations, and other obligations in their lives, and I wondered, maybe this is the place that can help me. So I went into the admissions office, and I started talking to someone, and they helped me map out something that would later on become my career. And I've never forgotten that. I'm ashamed to say I wish I remembered the name of that person. I wish I remember the names of all those people who helped me. They were strangers. They quickly became advocates for me, and I owe everything I have in my career to the beginnings at Central Piedmont Community College and the courses that it offered me. And as I stand up here this evening and look at all of you, and I wonder where you will end up and what you will do, I can only say that life's learnings and the education you got at Central Piedmont is your foundation. We build buildings at Rogers. We build structures. You will build lives. You're building your lives, the lives of your families, and the lives of your communities. Wherever you go, and I know you'll be successful, you will take this education, this learning of a lifetime that you gained at Central Piedmont Community College, and you will give it back to yourself many times over, to your families, and to all the communities that you live and work in, and they are richer and better communities because of your education and the education that you received at Central Piedmont. Congratulations to all of you, and Godspeed.
Well, I hope during your journey that you realize that student success is central to the college's mission, planning, and truly our operations. It's the fabric of everything I think that we do. So thanks to the generosity of Dale Halton, the Tony and Beth Zeiss Award was created to recognize CPCC faculty and staff members whose efforts to support student success have been particularly extraordinary during the past year. CPCC English instructor Amy Bagwell is a poet, a mixed media artist, and teacher who seeks to present poetry to people in traditional and new ways. She co-chairs the literary and steering committees for CPCC's annual Sensoria, a celebration of literature and the arts, which featured more than 80 events and was attended by nearly 15,000 individuals. She co-directs the nonprofit Wall Poems Incorporated, Poetry and Public Art Project, and the Goodyear Arts Residency and Events Project here in Charlotte, with support from the Knight Foundation and Charlotte's Arts and Science Council, among others. She received her MFA in Poetry from Queen's University of Charlotte and her BA in English from the University of Georgia. She has taught at Central Piedmont since 2010. Amy, please join me to receive your plaque of congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Diedemeyer. I won't touch it. This is very kind and unexpected. I'm just going to say a few quick thanks. Thank you to my colleagues. Thank you to my bosses, Laura Bazan, Edith McElroy, and Richard Zollinger. Thank you to arts leadership, Alan Yamamoto, Melissa Vrana, and Paul Kanke. Most of all, thank you, students. Every day I have spent in the classroom face to face with you, I've been happy. You are powerful, fascinating people, and you drive us to do more and to do better. I can't wait to see what you graduates do next. Thank you so much.
Well, as I noted just a minute ago, there are 2 awards. So let's honor our staff recipient, who is Laura Temples. Laura Temples began her career at Miami-Dade Community College, where she worked part-time with the computerized placement testing national pilot while raising 3 children. In 1988, she and her husband, Paul, relocated their family to Charlotte, where Laura continued work with the national pilot in the testing center here at Central Piedmont Community College. Through her work at CP, Laura discovered her interest in computer programming, inspiring her to enroll at the college as a non-traditional student while continuing to work and raise a family. She earned her AAS in computer programming business in 1997. Following graduation, she accepted a position as a programmer analyst at CPCC and is now the Executive Director for Enterprise Information Services in our Information Technology and Research Services Unit. Laura enjoys outdoor activities, especially saltwater fishing, and is very family-oriented. As an alumna of CPCC, she is passionate about the mission of the college and her belief that community colleges improve lives. Would you please welcome Laura, who I know will want to come up and say a few words, and thank her for her service.
Thank you. This was quite unexpected and a huge honor. And nothing we do alone. So thank you to all the amazing people across the college who help make things possible and who also believe that CPCC improves lives. So thank you.
Well, now it's my honor to present our commencement speaker for this afternoon, Commissioner Trevor Fuller. As we mentioned earlier, Trevor Fuller serves as a county commissioner at large on the Mecklenburg County Board of Commissioners. Commissioner Fuller has served as a county commissioner since 2012 and represents more than 1 million residents of this county. He was raised in Buffalo, New York, in a single-parent neighborhood and household. Commissioner Fuller was the oldest of 4 children and the oldest son. After earning an undergraduate degree from Hamilton College in upstate New York, he went on to earn his law degree from the Georgetown University Law Center in Washington, D.C. He has been practicing law for nearly 25 years, specializing in employment litigation and business and commercial litigation, and currently serves as president of the Fuller Law Firm. He has served as a member of the board of directors of the Mecklenburg County Bar and is a past president of the John S. Leary Association of Black Lawyers. He has also previously served on the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Citizens Review Board, which reviews citizens' complaints about police behavior, and he served for 3 years as a member of the Board of Governors of the North Carolina Advocates for Justice. Commissioner Fuller moved to Charlotte 17 years ago and quickly became involved in our community. He has served on the boards of the Charlotte Chamber, the Charlotte Regional Partnership, and the Arts and Sciences Council. He has served as a member of the Charlotte Global Vision Leadership Group, the Carolina Theater Advisory Committee, and the Central Piedmont Community College President's Council. He is currently serving, as I said, his 3rd term as county commissioner, and he previously served as their chairman. He and his wife have 2 teenage children. We could not be happier to have Commissioner Fuller with us tonight as our speaker for this ceremony, because he is not only a champion for our community and our county, but certainly for CPCC, and understands the relationship between our community's success, student success, and the college. Would you please welcome Commissioner Trevor Fuller?
Well, thank you, Dr. Diedemeyer. Let me just say before I start. So, Chris Dula gets an award. He riles us all up. He drops the mic, and then he leaves. Now, that was supposed to be me. He took my thunder. Well, I'll try to carry on. Hope you'll be gentle with me. So, first of all, thank you for having me here. It is an honor and privilege to be here. I do want to tell you that what you have done is to have invited a lawyer and a politician to speak. So we'll be here for the next hour or so. But thank you, President Diedemeyer, and to all of the trustees and officers, administrators, faculty, and staff of Central Piedmont Community College. And of course, congratulations to the 2017 class of CPCC graduates. Give them a hand. Congratulations to all of you for the achievements that brought you here today. I know it must feel pretty good, and I know you're proud of yourselves. You are all a true credit to yourselves, to your families, and to your schools. And now what I want you to do is give thanks to these family members and friends who have been behind you the whole way. Let them know how much you care. And more than these congratulations to you, as an elected official representing the more than 1 million people who live in Mecklenburg County, in this, the 9th largest state in the United States of America, I want to tell you that you are a credit to our community. And we look forward to your contributions, the contributions you will make with the degrees that you have earned here today. So now here we are, settling into a graduation speech. And I know what you're thinking. I've been to a graduation before. You say, okay, how long is this going to last? And I have to say, I haven't had these robes on in a long time, right? I like this kind of funny hat that I get to wear, which I haven't done in a long time. But in light of this, other than receiving your diplomas, you ask, what else am I going to get out of this event. And it's important to acknowledge the achievement that you've made, but you say, what else is there? Well, I'm not a comedian. I don't, so I'm not going to keep you in stitches for the whole time. Maybe a little witty here and there, hopefully. But what I do have is a passion, a fire burning in my heart to make a difference in this world, to use my God-given talents, a hunger to do well by doing good. And this, I believe, is what's brought me here before you this afternoon. So in preparing for this speech, I said, well, what can I say to these educated folk who are receiving degrees tonight? What would I have wanted to hear when I was in your shoes too long ago? No cliches. I want to give it to you straight. There are three things I want you to leave here with today. I want you to leave here with a commitment to fight fear. And I'll talk about that in a minute. First, to fight fear. Then, second, to serve others. And third, to find that one thing. Now, when I say fight fear, I say this not to be simply cliche about it. I mean to say, when you think about the one thing that drives most of the decisions that we make as human beings, what is the one thing that leads whether we do something or not? It's fear. We describe it in different ways. We say, well, we can't do that because we've never done it before. Or we can't do that because it's too hard. Or I won't do that because I might not look good. Or I'm not going to do that because I might seem like I'm not that smart. Or I'm going to fail so spectacularly. These are all ways of describing fear. And so fear, in my view, leads us, for example, to dead-end jobs that we feel we have to take. We rationalize why we don't do what it is that fulfills us. And we say we have to do it because we have to feed our families. We have to do what it takes. We have to survive in this world. And so we fear doing the things that really give us meaning. Now, this is real, and I understand it completely. I understand it as an elected official. There are many times that we don't do things in public life out of fear. Fear that you won't be reelected to office if you make this decision. Fear that the public will respond to you negatively for a decision that you make or don't. Fear. You know, former U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt once said that it is hard to fail. It is. Nothing pleasant about it. But it is worse never to have tried to succeed. It's hard to fail. Nobody likes it. But it's worse to have failed to try to succeed. Well, here's the good news. The good news, graduates, is that you are actually conquering your fear. You see, you came here to community college, to Central Piedmont Community College, because you already have at least the start of a vision of what you want for your lives. And even if it's not fully formed yet, you have some idea of what you want to do. That's why you're here. That's why you work so hard to get this degree that you're about to get. And there's no better example of that than, you probably saw this in the paper. Where's Kayla Brown, Keyshawn Brown, and Kobe Brown? Where are they? Stand up. There they are, and they're sitting together too. Now, Kayla, Keyshawn, and Kobe are triplets. Okay, just think about that. Okay, you don't have to stand. You can sit down. Now they're getting their associate in arts degree tonight, but they're also earning their high school diplomas. Isn't that wonderful? So all three of them have been duly enrolled in college courses while attending Cato Middle College High School, and all three are exemplary students, each being inducted into Phi Theta Kappa. Keyshawn and Kobe will head to North Carolina State University this fall, and Kayla will be on a basketball scholarship at Winthrop University. Isn't that fantastic? Now here's the thing. Academic success is actually a family trait because Kenya Brown, their mother, graduated from CPCC several years ago, and she has an associate in applied science degree in physical therapy assisting. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that fantastic? So you guys are making it. Godspeed to you. And so if there's one thing I hope that you hear affirmed is to not be afraid to go forward in spite of your fear. Michael Jordan, you know him, great basketball player, now the billionaire owner of the Charlotte Hornets. He once said this: "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I have been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Think about that. So let's not be afraid of failure. It is but a learning opportunity. And who better than Michael Jordan to tell us that? All right, so we fight our fear. And life is way too short to let fear be the deciding factor in why we do things in our lives. So the second thing, so don't fear, fight fear with all that you have. Number two, serve others. You know, I believe that service of others is ultimately service of self. Why do I say that? Because when you do for others, and this is really biblical, right? We hear this in our religious traditions, that to serve others, to love others through serving them, that we serve a cause greater than ourselves, a cause of ourselves. And there's a graduate here today who knows all about service of others, and that's Dawn Long. Dawn, where are you? Come on, stand up now. There you are. Give her a hand. Now, Dawn is graduating with an associate in applied science degree in human services technology, developmental disabilities. Dawn is a leader who seeks opportunities to support and empower people with disabilities. Also, Dawn applies the concepts she's learned in her classes to create and fill community needs. She has overcome tremendous obstacles, establishing herself as an outstanding student who is destined to make significant contributions to the human services career field. Dawn volunteers with Veterans Administration Comprehensive Caregiver Support Team. She's a test proctor with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools. She mentors for CPCC's Positive Community Women, and she supports the Police Athletic League. Dawn is recognized on the college's dean's list for her academic achievements. She knows about service. Give Dawn a hand. So it's service to others that make this world truly go around. And indeed, service in our community makes our community stronger. A love that we have for each other leads us to service. We say when we serve that particularly for those who are in challenging circumstances, we say, "There, but for the grace of God, go I." And so we serve not to receive. We serve because there is value in service itself. I know about public service, and it is my honor and privilege to serve as a county commissioner in Mecklenburg County, or as a lawyer, where I serve clients who are many times are in the worst times of their lives. And it's my obligation to serve. And so if I think about what I would have wanted to hear in a graduation speech, I would wish someone had told me about the importance of service to our enlightened self-interest. But if there's one thing, you haven't heard anything else I've said today, there's one last thing I hope that you get. And that is to find the power of the one thing in your life. Every single person in this room is unique. There's nobody else in this world like each and every one of us in here. God has given us abilities and talents, each and every one of us. And He's given us an ability more than anybody else. Now, I'm going to date myself here, but how many people remember that movie, City Slickers? Anybody remember that movie? Okay, I'm really dating myself. So it was this movie about these 5 or 6 men from Atlanta who wanted to live the rough life. And so they went to this camp where there was this cowboy. They were going to be herding cattle, and Jack Palance, you remember Jack Palance, was the cowboy. And this whole movie is about this comedy of how these city slickers come to the country and really can't do anything. You know, they can't milk cows, they can't ride horses, etc. But there's one scene that I thought was really, really meaningful. So it's a scene where Billy Crystal, who is one of the men from Atlanta, and Jack Palance, the cowboy, they're both on horses and they're riding down the way. And Billy Crystal asks Jack Palance at one point in the movie, he says, "You know, what's the secret of life? What's the secret?" And so Jack, the cowboy, pauses a moment, and then he just lifts his finger. He says, "One thing." He said, "The secret to life is learning your one thing." And so Billy Crystal asked, "Well, how do you know what that one thing is?" And Jack the cowboy says, "Well, that's for you to figure out." So we all have a one thing, that one thing that makes us unique. When I do jury trials, and I'm in front of a jury and I'm trying to convince them of a lot of things, a lot of facts, a lot of things going on, I always try to find that one thread that goes through all of the evidence. That if you find that one thing that binds the whole case together, that if you understand that one thing, you can understand everything about the case. You have to find your one thing. Because if you do, things will fall into place. There's somebody here who might have found his one thing, and that's Arthur Truss. Where is Arthur? Arthur, are you here? Arthur Truss? There he is, right there. All right. Let me tell you about Arthur. So he's graduating with an associate in applied science degree in computer integrated machining. And he served as an extraordinary example to his fellow students. His enthusiasm and focus has raised the level of participation in class and lab. Art is outgoing and friendly, and that outgoing and friendly nature has encouraged his fellow students to push themselves to higher levels of achievement. Art has been active in Habitat for Humanity, the Restore Outlet, and has volunteered with Salvation Army. Art intends to continue his career pathway in machining and in the manufacture of precision parts. Art has demonstrated a creative talent in his award-winning guitar designs. Very nice. And he hopes to continue using the skills of a machinist to blend with his creative flair. Art is recognized on the President's List for CPCC for academic excellence. Will you congratulate Art Truss? And so when you put all these things together, to fight fear, to serve others, to find your one true thing, I believe that you can find your true meaning and your true calling in life. God has given us much to allow us to be in this room. And if we use what He has given us to its fullest potential, I believe it'll change you, it'll change the people in this city, and indeed, it'll change the world. So, go now, each of you, do these three things, and you will succeed. And when you succeed, we all will succeed. Go now and shine your light upon the world. Find your one true thing. Be everything that God has meant you to be. Serve others, fight fear, heed these words that you have heard, and don't let anybody tell you that this isn't true. And don't say no one ever told you about it, because Trevor Fuller just did. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for all that you've done and all that you will become. Congratulations, each and every one of you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fuller, for your inspiring remarks. Many of our graduates have struggled to be here today. They have balanced job duties and family responsibilities along with their schoolwork. Despite these often stressful conditions, many of our graduates have excelled in their areas of study. Students wearing gold sashes are members of the Phi Theta Kappa National Honor Society. This society is an overreaching honor society for all others here at CPCC. Will those students please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Your program includes a list of honor societies available to students in particular academic programs and disciplines. If you are a member of any honor club or organization, will you please stand up and be recognized? Congratulations. Students who have maintained a 3.5 to a 3.69 grade point average out of a possible 4.0 on their academic record are wearing white cords around their necks. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Students whose grade point average are between 3.70 and 3.99 are wearing purple cords. Please stand and be recognized. Students who have maintained a 4.0 grade point average, audience, that's a straight A in all of their coursework. They're wearing gold cords. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Students as well as faculty and staff who are actively serving or are veterans of the United States Armed Forces are wearing red, white, and blue braided cords. Please stand and be recognized, and thank you for your service. Thank you.
Well, it's getting to be about that time. Are you ready? Are you sure? Let's just go home. What do you think? Just kidding. Today we are recognizing the achievements of more than 784 graduates. It's okay, be proud. Those graduates are going to receive degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Those are the ones that decided to be with us upon this occasion. It would go without saying, I would be remiss if I didn't say to the audience, family, and friends, and to those watching, those 784 represent just a portion of the students that would be eligible to be with us tonight. We will actually have almost 1,300 students receiving some type of credential at the end of this ceremony. So please congratulate all students, even those who could not be here tonight. What an extraordinary accomplishment. And as I look around the room, front to back, side to side, if all almost 1,300 decided to be here tonight, I'm not sure where we would have put them. But that might be a good problem to have. So I want to thank Trevor Fuller. He stole some of my thunder, but he missed one great point. Our graduates tonight include 42 students from our middle college high school program, so congratulations to all of you for earning not only your high school credential, but your college credential at the same time. That's still not the one point he missed, though. He pointed out the triplets. Can we say again for Kayla, Keyshawn, and Kobe, congratulations to the three of you for exceeding all the odds that they said that you would have. And I'm not sure where mom and dad are in the house, but if we could find them, I sure would appreciate it. There she is. Look how proud she is. She was hardly on her feet before I said it. Congratulations to you, Mom, and to your family. Trevor also mentioned Don Long, but he missed one special graduate tonight. And all of you are special. And all of you have a story. And so if you didn't hear it from Dr. Dula earlier, or you didn't hear it from Trevor, let me reemphasize. Part of your story is Central Piedmont Community College. And as president, my expectation is that you go out there, share your story, and make it unimaginable and fantastic. So I am expecting you to do that. The one great story we missed, and we should tell, that you may have heard about already, but maybe not everybody, is that we have an historic occasion tonight because we have what I termed here our most mature, distinguished, venerable graduate ever. Where is retired Chief Petty Officer Robert Winters? Could you please stand, sir? I know he's here. He's right here on the end. He's going to be graduating tonight with an Associate in General Education degree. Now, if you take a good look at him, I just want to tell you he's graduating tonight at the age of 90. So Chief Petty Officer Robert Winters began his career at Central Piedmont Community College in 2010. He is a veteran of World War II, the Vietnam War, and the Korean War. Just one more thing. He's been interviewed by so many TV people, I can't tell you. But I do hear that he and his wife, who's been registering with him, are already planning to be enrolled for the fall. So if that doesn't embody lifelong learning, I'm not sure what does. So graduates, we're going to get started because tonight is really about you. But I want to give you a moment. You know, you didn't get here on your own. Many of you have had, as we acknowledged, a lot of challenges to be here, and I want to recognize some of those. But to the families in the audience, If you are a mother, a father, a grandparent, a spouse, a significant other, a sister, a brother, an extended family member, or a friend, and you have played a part in the success of one of our graduates, we want to celebrate you tonight. So graduates, it's your turn to thank them for helping you be here tonight. Do you want to give your family and friends a round of applause? So, other than those people that are in your personal life, I hope that you would agree that you would not be here tonight celebrating your accomplishment had it not been for a great staff and a great faculty. I would say the nation's best. So would you like to thank them as well for letting you get to this day and pushing you and making sure you got this great faculty? So real quick, we recognized those who have served our country already. Thank you again for your service. If you'll just raise your hand real quick, we had you stand, and keep your hand raised for just a second. So those are our veterans. I know that it takes a lot for them to be here, but also if you are a first-generation college student, raise your hand, join the crowd. If you've worked at least one job while you've come to school at Central Piedmont, maybe 2 jobs. How many have worked 3 jobs? How many of you have raised children while being enrolled? 1 child, 2 child, 3 children. How many of you have been single parents? And how many of you have come from a different country to pursue education right here at Central Piedmont? Absolutely. Much like Ceedie, should I ask you if some of you have had to Uber to class? It's okay. How many of you have stopped at Starbucks along the way? I knew that that would get a few hands. Well, congratulations to you, and it's time to celebrate. So will the candidates for graduation please rise? So by the authority vested in me by the governing board of Central Piedmont Community College, it is my pleasure to confer with all the honors and privileges appertaining thereto the appropriate degree, diploma, or certificate upon these students who have successfully completed all requirements for graduation. Now, if you'll be seated until the marshals instruct your row to come forward, and then you may rise. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll understand, but it is our desire tonight that we recognize each graduate by name. Remember, we have 784 to get through. So if you would, make your applause brief so that other families and friends can hear the name of their graduate as it's being called.
Just point them to us, yeah. All right, let's hope for an easy one to start off. Tony Lott. Isaiah Pfeiffer. Sydney Dion Corping, Associate in Arts. Duji Prevelion, Associate in Arts. Angeline Dunn, Associate in Arts. Grace Utica, Associate in Arts. Darian Phoenix Blanchett, Associate in Arts. Christopher Bowens, Associate in Arts. Jessica Lee, Associate in Science. Christopher Babin, Computer Technology Integration, Cybercrime Digital Forensics Diploma, Cybercrime and Information Systems. Jordan Archer, Associate in Arts. Nicholas Archer, Associate in Arts. Nicholas Gathens, Associate in Arts. Dale Darrington, Business Administration. Ashley Martin, Associate in Arts. Cheryl Hoke, Associate in Fine Arts. Tara Oates, Associate in Arts. Devontae Lewis, Associate in Arts. Robert Winters, Associate in General Education. Ashley Booth, Associate in Arts. Rose Bennett, Business Administration. Natera Little, Business Administration. Allison Woods, Associate in Arts. Aletha Cowand, Health Information Technology. Macon Peters, Associate in Arts. Mary Poliber, Associate in Arts. Maurice Hans, Computer Technology Integration. Tao Zhang, Associate in Fine Arts. Clara Rowe, Office Administration. Nicholas Green, Associate in Arts. Justin Battle, Office Administration. Jarrett Thompson, Non-Destructive Examination Technology. Sierra Stevenson, Associate in Arts. Tony Miller, Automotive Systems Technology. Chava Beard, Culinary Arts. Julian Hartledge, Culinary Arts. Zachary Maxwell, Culinary Arts. Andrew Johnson, Associate in Arts. Earl Alexander Jr., Associate in Arts. Karen Morales, Advertising and Graphic Design. Dawn Long, Human Services Technology, Developmental Disabilities. Yvonne Moore, Human Services Technology, Developmental Disabilities. Chihara French, Human Services Technology, Developmental Disabilities. Emily Carter, Human Services Technology. Raven Williams, Human Services Technology. Luciana Andrews, Human Services Technology. Cheryl Smith White, Human Services Technology, Developmental Disabilities. Shakira Wright, Human Services Technology. Chakola Smith, Human Services Technology. Mike McVeigh, Human Services Technology. Marquita Smalls, Human Services Technology. Tequella Palmer, Human Services Technology. LaShona Beard, Human Services Technology. Mitchell Moffitt, Human Services Technology. Justin Atkins, Criminal Justice Technology. Nikola Negovic, Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Technology Diploma. ZD Leon, Computer Technology Integration. Charles Swart, Hospitality Management. Brandon Robinson, Culinary Arts. Justin Lytle, Associate in Fine Arts, Pre-Major Art. Vang Zhang, Accounting. Stephen Sweat, Fire Protection Technology. Harrison Fiddler, Architectural Technology. Elizabeth Montez, Associate in Arts. Emmanuel Pascual Castro, Associate in Arts. Joshua Wilkerson, Baking and Pastry Technologies. Judy Fleming, Baking and Pastry Technologies. Tanisha Berry, Baking and Pastry Arts. Deanna Marino, Baking and Pastry Arts. Petra Chapman, Baking and Pastry Arts. Alejandra Tovar Gonzalez, Baking and Pastry Arts. Benjamin Jenkins, Baking and Pastry Arts, Restaurant Management. Xavier Biani, Associate in Science. Marcus Powell, Associate in Arts. Rihanna Burns, Associate in Arts. Raya Robinson, Associate in Arts. Carita Frazier, Associate in Arts. Vanessa Titus, Associate in Arts. Deborah Callahan, Medical Office Administration. Anaya Jerkins, Associate in Arts. Thanks. Angie Portillo, Associate in Arts. Brittany Benfield, Associate Degree Nursing. Megan Wall, Associate Degree Nursing. Cassidy Capel, Associate Degree Nursing. Kinsey Pope, Associate Degree Nursing. Lori Holland, Associate Degree Nursing. Angioleta Hebert, Associate Degree Nursing. Lauren Badreau, Associate Degree Nursing. Ashley Queen, Associate Degree Nursing. Shelby Dupree, Associate Degree Nursing. Irina Kerr, Associate Degree Nursing. Dew Baker, Associate Degree Nursing. Amato Tia, Civil Engineering Technology. Crystal Chambers Woodard, Medical Assisting Diploma. Kimberly Tucker Blake, Pharmacy Technology. Camula Brown, Culinary Arts. Rebecca Hines, Associate in Arts. Aaliyah Kalkin, Global Supply Chain Management, International Business. N. Nye, Associate in Fine Arts, Visual Arts. Jason Drum, Computer Integrated Machining.
Elisa Drum, Associate in Arts. Mun Yen, Associate in Arts. Jenny Mun Yen, Associate in Arts. Kaylee Robinson, Associate in Arts. Sydney Zunino, Associate in Arts. Tammy Abernethy, Medical Office Administration, Office Administration, Office Administration Legal, General Clerical Skills Diploma, and Word Processing Operator Diploma. Serena Peralta, Associate in Arts. Shannon Ralph, Associate in Arts. Mackenzie Gagnon, Human Services Technology, Substance Abuse. Alexander West, Human Services Technology, Substance Abuse. Gregory Morales, Associate in Arts. Caitlin Westmoreland, Associate in Science, Biological Life Science. Last, what? Benjamin Zakash, Simulation and Game Development. Cassandra King, Advertising and Graphic Design. Arian McCoy, Associate in Arts. Nashe McAllister, Associate in Arts. Latasha Harris, Associate in Arts. Ashley Temerson, Associate in Arts. Rawa Tedros, Associate in Arts. Denise Stevens, Business Administration. Tiffany Wah, Paralegal Technology Diploma. Elba Santana, Associate in Arts. Rachel J.C., Occupational Therapy Assistant. Stephanie Anthony, Associate in Arts. Khadija Green, Associate in Arts. Christopher Richards, Associate in Arts. Brielle Palmer, Associate in Arts. Brandon Bartlett, Diesel and Heavy Equipment. Haley Bennett, Business Administration. Stephanie Giorgio, Associate in Arts. Aaliyah Ivy, Culinary Arts. Moriah Cruz, Graphic Arts and Imaging Technology. Grant Thomas, Associate in Arts. Cameron Claiborne, Associate in Fine Arts. Alex Ray, Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Technology. Xavier Simpson, Associate in Arts. Nicole Pernisi, Associate in Arts. Mark Cyrus, Paralegal Technology. Asia Kamek, Medical Assisting Diploma. Sidi Aman, Medical Office Administration. Caleb Richardson, Civil Engineering Technology. Paul Curtis, Civil Engineering Technology, Land Survey Technology. Garrett Dixon, Associate in Arts. Saja Marzouk, Associate in Arts. Georgia Rose, Business Administration, Human Resource Management. David Doran, Computer Technology Integration, Information Assurance, and Digital Forensics Diploma. Crystal Martinez, Criminal Justice Technology. Elaine Honeycutt, Associate in Arts. Sydney Macklin, Associate in Arts. Zachary Bowen, Paralegal Technology. Cassidy Emery, Associate in Arts. Charity Carruthers, Associate in Arts. Mary Claire Sullivan, Associate in Arts. Philip Jetty, Business Administration, Human Resources Management. Jackson Chavray, Construction Management Technology. Linda Viste, Associate in Engineering. Laramie Page, Associate in Arts. Camille Cordova, Associate in Arts. Jessica Francis, Associate in Science. Jasmine Chambers, Early Childhood Education. Brittany Albright, Associate in Arts. Julie Malamant, Paralegal Technology Diploma. Victor Ramirez Morazo, Advertising and Graphic Design. Deron Best, Associate in Arts. Summer Silva, Associate in Arts. Gengini Lomini, Associate in Arts. Chi No, Health Information Technology Associate in Arts. Ethan Tan No, Associate in Arts. Dakota Jacobs, Associate in Arts. Anthony Broom, Associate in Arts. Theodora Agoa, Associate in Arts. Lateria Santana Lassiter, Early Childhood Education. Melissa Saez, Associate in Arts. Jody Glenn, Associate in Arts. Othmane Dariuche, Associate in Arts. Antoinette Morrison, Business Administration. Stephanie Ogidi, Associate in Arts. Erica Kamek, Graphic Arts and Imaging Technology. Joaquin Ascension, Computer Technology Integration, Cybercrime and Information Systems Security Diploma. Brian Kale, Air Conditioning, Heating and Refrigeration Technology. James Meklis, Welding Technology. Adolfo Cordova, Air Conditioning, Heating and Refrigeration Technology. Zamara Livingston, Associate in Arts. Geraldine Appier, Electronics Engineering Technology. Graciela Ponjuan, Computer Engineering Technology, Electrical Engineering Technology. Wanda McGill, Associate in Arts. Shannon Hossain, Information Technology Network Technologies. Isaac Shavaria, Human Services Technology, Developmental Disabilities. Cynthia Ramirez Dubon, Associate in Arts. Samantha Pickron, Associate in Arts. Daniela Andrade, Associate in Arts. Basil Mensah Adewu, Construction Management Technology. Samuel Brooks, Automotive Systems Technology. Austin Hart, Architectural Technology. Khadidra Wilson, Business Administration, Human Resources Management. Chanel Anderson, Associate in Arts. Clara Bahoya, Associate in Science, Computer Science. Faith Mhone, Associate in Arts. Ratisha Rafaela, Associate in Arts. Bree Thomas, Associate in Arts. Zachary Colburn, Associate in Arts. Amira Bartholomew, Associate in Arts. Mohammed Jibriel, Associate in Science, Biological Life Science. Kevin Speck, Associate in Arts. Catherine Deal, Associate in Arts. Matthew Lewis, Associate in Arts. Lisa Bond, Associate in Arts. Amy Wachowski, Associate in Arts. Rosemary Palma, Associate in Arts. Dante Gil Rivas, Associate in Arts. Ni Hong, Associate in Science, Biological Life Science. Debbie Vong, Pre-Major in Business Administration. Jonathan Rogers, Computer Technology Integration, Cybercrime and Information Systems Security Diploma.
Ian Cunningham, Associate, Fine Arts, Music. David Gleiberman, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Heather Habler, Paralegal Technology. Lachey Collins, Medical Laboratory Technology. Simone Cowan, Medical Laboratory Technology. Christopher Brasinger, Medical Laboratory Technology. Stephen Parker, Medical Laboratory Technology. Yusufmar Patel, Medical Laboratory Technology. Ridge Morgan, Electronics Engineering Technology. Paulo Alexio, Civil Engineering Technology. Daniel Tilley, Automotive Systems Technology. Giselle Cherboni, Associate in Arts. Che Stewart, Associate in Arts. Deidre Wilson, Associate in Arts. Sidi Jai, Associate in Arts. Srujan Aragal, Associate in Science, Computer Science. Shannon Drugan, Business Administration, Marketing, and Retailing. Maria Perez, Early Childhood Education. Suzanne Grover, Early Childhood Education. Allison Myers, Human Services Technology, Substance Abuse. J.R. Rocky, Human Services Technology, Substance Abuse. Mamandao Diallo, Global Logistics and Distribution Management Technology. Michael Lund, Associate in Arts. Daniel Jahari, Associate in Science, Bio-Life Sciences Pathway. Marilyn Garcia, Associate in Arts. Kimberly Swift, Associate in Arts. Sophie Thatch, Associate in Arts. Sophia Sines, Computer Technology Integration, Web Technology Diploma. Jairave Patel, Associate in Science. David Wilkerson, Associate in Arts. Forrest Wilkerson, Associate in Arts. Mitchell Monagold, Automotive Systems Technology. Michael Stallings, Associate in Arts. Trayvon McGueen, Automotive Systems Technology. Brandy Bombarger, Business Administration, Marketing, and Retailing. Katharina Zemeckis, Business Administration, Marketing, and Retailing. Christina Forenchinger, Business Administration, Marketing, and Retailing. Sina Dion, Accounting. Renee Zimmer, Medical Laboratory Technology. Tamia Wilson, Medical Laboratory Technology. Alyssa Moldovan, Medical Laboratory Technology. Emily Davis, Medical Laboratory Technology. Jasmine Brown, Medical Laboratory Technology. Gustavo Hidalgo, Electrical Electronics Technology. Valerie Zambariana, Associate in Science, Bio-Life Sciences Pathway. Cynthia Perez, Associate in Arts. Jose Cruz, Associate in Arts. Ken Esperanzar Garcia, Associate in Arts. Amy Langley, Culinary Arts. Matthew Barria, Culinary Arts. Siobhan Neely, Paralegal Technology Diploma. Zatwan Jones, Associate in Arts. Marquita Palmer, Associate in Arts. Andrew McDonald, Human Services Technology, Substance Abuse. Nasim Ramahunila, Associate in Science, Bio-Life Sciences Pathway. Jonathan Whalen, Computer Technology Integration, Web Technologies Diploma. Ricky Jordan, Culinary Arts. Tabari Jones, Culinary Arts. Thank you. Shania Gladden, Culinary Arts. Brianna Ward, Culinary Arts. Casey Roberts, Culinary Arts. Jennifer Locklear, Associate in Arts. Rolando Sorto, Associate in Arts. Erica Moroquin, Medical Office Administration. David Theologu, Associate in Arts. Angela Till, Human Services Technology, Developmental Disabilities. Amalfi Pimentel, Business Administration, Human Resources Management. Jasmine Asbury, Associate in Arts. Nikita Davis, Associate in Arts. Yolanda Leary, Associate in Arts. Mario Andrade, Construction Management Technology. Sierra Kennedy, Medical Office Administration. Christopher Ellis, Associate in Arts. Yolanda Grant, Medical Office Administration. Nick Owens, Paralegal Technology. Kayla Kaiser, Associate in Arts. Christopher Lee, Business Administration. Diana Kravachenko, Associate in Arts. Carla Bailey, Associate in Science. Ashley Cunningham, Associate in Arts. Malcolm Colston, Advertising and Graphic Design. Ebony Rayford, Business Administration, Human Resources Management. Kevin Ton, Computer Technology Integration. Jonathan Madden, Medical Engineering Technology. Malcolm Frazier, Mechanical Engineering Technology. Amber Smith, Business Administration. Daquana Hunsucker, Medical Office Administration. Mary Durkis, Associate in Arts. Todd Lindroth, Fire Protection Technology. Carrie Lawrence, Pharmacy Technology. Tulier, Pharmacy Technology. Dali Eli Amporo, Pharmacy Technology. Hannah Long, Pharmacy Technology. Keisha Allison, Pharmacy Technology. Alexander Bright, Pharmacy Technology. Donna Smith, Pharmacy Technology. Priscilla Tumba, Associate in Science. Lindsay Battle, Associate in Arts. Deani Davis, Criminal Justice Technology. Monica Villa, Early Childhood Education. Lisa Dow, Associate in Arts. Edwin Marquez, Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Technology. Rasheen Richards, Associate in Arts. Tammy Thompson, Business Administration, International Business. Deanna Van Buren, Early Childhood Education. Paige Eggerstadt, Associate in Arts. Renee Erkin, Associate in Science. Lauren Barnett, Office Administration. Justin Sweet, Associate in Arts. Aaliyah Sampson, Office Administration. Alexander Mitchell, Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration. Andrea Macias, Associate in Arts. Jasmine Stywall, Associate in Arts. Bailey Rooker, Associate in Arts. Fiorella Lamela, Associate in Arts. Lashina Young, Associate in Arts. Inumbe Max Nundula, Computer Technology Integration, Web Technology. Kevin Contendra, Computer Technology Integration, Network Administration. Ramulal Kamdima, Computer Technology Integration, Network Technology. Megan O'Leary, Horticulture Technology. Kristen Washburn, Hospitality Management. Ashley Shaw, Cosmetology. Tyra Farmer, Cosmetology. Jasmine Gray, Cosmetology. Sid. Nunim Albandium Nunik, Cosmetology. Jalila Zagari, Cosmetology. Nada El Ali, Cosmetology. Christine Altalher, Paralegal Technology. Yolanda Torres, Cosmetology. Kyla Cobb, Cosmetology. Sorry. Alexis Bowles, Cosmetology. Morgan Busman, Cosmetology. Ruby Roman, Cosmetology. Sierra Hannafin, Cosmetology. Alexandria Gonzalez, Cosmetology. Martin Haggart, Associate in Arts. Crystal Weeks, Business Administration. Shanice Jennings, Advertising and Graphic Design. Colette Williams, Early Childhood Education. Shanquina Bost, Early Childhood Education. Jessica Singleton, Early Childhood Education. Devin Mervin, Computer Technology Integration, Software Development Diploma. Thomas Phillips, Associate in Arts. Ryan Garcia, Associate in Science, Biological Life Science. Yasmin Al-Houri, Associate in Arts. Joe Kupa, Associate in Engineering. Joel Columbo, Associate in Science, Bio-Life Sciences Pathway. Donnie Hancock, Business Administration, Human Resources Management. Letitia Owens, Business Administration, Marketing and Retailing. Jessica Paxton, Business Administration, Marketing and Retailing. Desiree Panel, Associate in Arts. Maria Luna, Associate in Arts. Josie Passoir, Medical Office Administration. Miller Passoir, Office Administration, Legal Concentration. Michelle Anthony, Associate in Arts. Tricia Merriman, Early Childhood Education. Tika Fuel, Accounting. Fiorella Rojas, Associate in Arts. Monique Elliott, Cosmetology. Fairwoni Wodomichael, Associate in Arts. Grace Kalanji, Associate in Arts. Suzelle Olai, Associate in Arts. Aina Marunko, Accounting. James Bork, Associate in Arts. Alexis Gilbert, Associate in Arts. Celeste Kalela, Associate in Arts. Andrea Wimba, Associate in Arts. Imoja Lachuichabu, Associate in Arts. Man. Amber Furr, Business Administration, Human Resource Management. Bradley Brown, Associate in Arts. John Warner, Associate in Arts. Michael Haywood, Business Administration, Marketing, and Retailing. Kevin Rechanos, Culinary Arts. Jesse McDonald, Associate in Arts. Priscilla Warren Gregory, Associate in Science. Samantha Tentillo, Associate in Arts. Jacob Myers, Automotive Systems Technology.
Paola Lowry, Information Technology Network Technologies. Ana Galvez, Associate in Arts. Sheree Diane Jackson, Office Administration, General Clerical Skills Diploma, Word Processing Operator Diploma. Samantha McKinney, Medical Office Administration. Kanisha Miller, Medical Office Administration. Celine Withers, Computer Technology Integration. Tadaisha Jones, Associate Degree Nursing. Angela Smith Johnson, General Clerical Skills Diploma, Word Processing Diploma. Kim Potts, Word Processing Operator. Wanda Tillman, Early Childhood Education. Margaret Opuku, Early Childhood Education. Casey Day, Early Childhood Education. Nicole Lee, Early Childhood Education. Octavia Banks, Early Childhood Education. April Brown, Early Childhood Education. Melissa Green, Early Childhood Education. Martha Kistler, Associate in Arts. Ju-Wan Du, Early Childhood Education. Melissa Smith, Early Childhood Education. Danielle Tate, Early Childhood Education. Zenobia Boatwright, Early Childhood Education. Letitia Birch, Early Childhood Education. Christina Smith, Early Childhood Education. Nicole Smith, Early Childhood Education. Devin Watson, Associate in Arts. Dantaria Wary, Medical Assisting Diploma. Clarissa Shorter, Early Childhood Education. Patricia Thompson, Early Childhood Education. Montez Stafford, Early Childhood Education. Annabelle Sanchez, Associate in Arts. Christina Kolesnik, Accounting. Kathy Bowser, Computer Technology Integration. Michael Sutherland, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. James Kirby, Associate in Arts. Nicholas Danielson, Computer Technology Integration. Robbie Thompson, Paralegal Technology Diploma. Kayla Bastian, Paralegal. Donald Wright, Associate in Fine Arts, Pre-Major Art. Brandon Geisler, Associate in Arts. Jordan Anderson, Simulation and Game Development. Brianna Smith, Associate in Arts. Reen Glover, Graphic Arts and Imaging Technology. Hannah Phillips, Associate in Arts. Samantha Johnson, Associate in Arts. Tan Vo, Associate in Arts. Sadia Hoff, Associate in Arts. Jack Vijeda, Associate in Science, Computer Science. Felina Ruffin, Paralegal Technology. Elizabeth Gabriel, Paralegal Technology. Eric Malaba, Information Technology, Network Technologies. Sergey Yusakov, Associate in Arts. Benjamin Weinstein, Associate in Arts. Trevor Bailey, Collision Repair and Refinishing. Crystal Leard, Business Administration. Morgan McGee, Interior Design. Rima Manandar, Associate in Arts. Kanan Rasmussen, Automotive Systems Technology. Paul Wheeler, Automotive Systems Technology. Johan Salazar, Automotive Systems Technology. Axel Domingo, Associate in Arts. Abraham Ordonez, Associate in Arts. Jennifer Sale, Early Childhood Education. Sierra Evans, Associate in Arts. Jason Smith, Automotive Systems Technology. Amavi Irakora, Hospitality Management. Yolanda Dawkins, Broadcasting and Production Technology. Gabriela Mercado, Associate in Arts. Fiorella Ramos, Business Administration, Human Resources Management. Luis Felipe Perez Mulford, Associate in Arts. Tracy Reynolds, Early Childhood Education. Fidel Dennis, Architectural Technology. Erica Williams, Associate in Arts. Cynthia De Silva, Associate in Arts. Andrea Flores, Associate in Arts. Catherine Ventura, Associate in Arts. Glorabel Guzman, Medical Assisting Diploma. Victoria Ashley Walker Shaw, Medical Assisting Diploma. Carolyn Pure, Associate in Arts. Hallie Snyder, Associate in Arts. Carla Cedeno Morales, Associate in Arts. Danilo Piva, Associate in Arts. Micah McNeil, Associate in Arts. Mario Arango, Fire Protection Technology. Laurie Bilodeau, Culinary Arts. Vanessa Page, Office Administration, Legal Concentration, Office Administration Word Processing Operator. Susan Donato, Associate in Arts. John Thomas, Welding Technology. Patrick Bailey, Automotive Systems Technology. Alexander Raturi, Automotive Systems Technology. Maseo Rucker Shivers, Computer Integrated Machining. John Lotta, Computer Technology Integration Network Administration Diploma. Viapak Goyal, Associate in Science, Computer Science. Thomas Weber, Associate in Arts. Philip Robinson, Non-Destructive Examination Technology. Hannah Stewart, Associate in Arts. Sharika Hankerson, Associate in Arts. Judy Epps, Paralegal Technology. Ashley May, Accounting. Connor Parks, Associate in Arts. Imani Smith, Associate in Arts. Latasha Peterkin, Business Administration, Marketing and Retailing. Juan Munoz, Welding Technology. Cody McCaskill, Welding Technology. Seth Pope, Welding Technology. Colin Finelli, Welding Technology. Zachary Bays, Welding Technology. Dane Bastian, Welding Technology. Latoya Lofton, Associate in Arts. Kayla McDonald, Computer Technology Integration Database Analysis Programming Diploma. Reynolds Nganga, Computer Technology Integration. Vidore St. Louis, Computer Technology Integration. Brian Robinson, Associate in Arts. Rebecca Roach, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Brittany Rose, Associate in Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Nicole Thomas, Associate in Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Jocelyn Valerio, Surgical Technology. Delight Prescott, Science, Associate in Science, Surgical Technology. Laurie Lester, Associate of Science, Surgical Technology. Kelly Gomes, Associate of Science, Surgical Technology. Leo Brett, Automotive Systems Technology. Xavier Medina, Automotive Systems Technology. Michael Obando, Automotive Systems Technology. Kenneth Obando, Diesel and Heavy Equipment Technology. Marie Whittington, Accounting. Tara Petit, Medical Office Administration. Rebecca Ramos, Medical Office Administration. Michael Stiles, Mechanical Engineering Technology. Lawrence Jones, Associate in Arts. Francesco Lachiriganola, Simulation and Game Development. Eliezer Benitez, Respiratory Therapy. Emily Rios, Respiratory Therapy. Job Aziz Torres, Respiratory Therapy. Latiria Cooper, Respiratory Therapy. Brittany Watson, Respiratory Therapy. Donald Dean, Respiratory Therapy. Timmy Mbaya, Respiratory Therapy. Christian Portillo, Automotive Systems Technology. Grant Miller, Construction Management Technology. Jamie Porter, Business Administration, Human Resources Management. Jason Porter, Criminal Justice Technology. Matthew Porter, Criminal Justice Technology. Justin Smathers, Criminal Justice Technology. Jasmine Herrera, Associate in Arts. Altavia Cunningham, Early Childhood Education. Juliana Richardson, Associate in Arts. Basha Jacques, Associate in Art. Declan Coleman, Associate in Art. Stephanie Norwood, Associate in Science. Melissa Jones, Associate in Art. Benjamin Taylor, Associate in Arts. Esperance Munierzo, Health Information. Katarzyna Ross, Computer Technology Integration. Vijay Shankar, Cardiovascular Technology. James Andrews, Cardiovascular Technology. Elmer Lee, Criminal Justice Technology. Amber Baldwin, Cardiovascular Technology. Julie Robbins, Cardiovascular Technology. Catherine Penny, Cardiovascular Technology. Lauren Clark, Cardiovascular Technology. Eleanor Dye, cardiovascular technology. Christopher Hastings, cardiovascular technology. Jeffrey Martin, cardiovascular technology. Matthew Fagan, cardiovascular technology. Arthur Truss, computer integrated machining. Emily Drumgold, business administration, marketing, and retailing. Cynthia Yeager, business administration. Hannah McReed, associate in arts. Jessica Barron, hospitality management. Chandrati Chandler, associate in arts. Kayla Brown, associate in arts. Kobe Brown, associate in art in science, biological life science. Keyshawn Brown, associate in science, biological life science. Mariana Perez Barco, associate in science, biological life science. Joseph Villanueva, automotive systems technology. Ana Luisa Frederick, computer technology integration. Anissa May Chin, associate in science, biological life science. Tu Pham, associate in arts. Okido Ipani, associate in arts. Rachel Rodriguez, associate in arts. Chaquana Woods, associate in arts. Krista Portas, associate in arts. Philip Neely, associate in arts. Colley. Winston Colley, automotive systems technology. Adam Lichtman, automotive systems technology. Lisa Pickles, associate in arts. Demarsha Reynolds, associate in arts. Shakana Barnes, associate in arts. Zola La, associate in arts. Caitlin Larson, paralegal technology. Victoria Colquitt, associate in arts. Crystal Berry, associate in arts. Christopher Meyer, criminal justice technology. Daniel Richmond, associate in arts. Najia Pinkney, occupational therapy assistant. Eric Olson, automotive systems technology. Holly Davis, associate in arts. Stacy Pompile Tao, associate in arts. Agnes Biabu, medical office administration. Donald Graves, electrical engineering technology. Corianne Harris, associate in arts. Nautica Kowalski, associate in arts. James Beck, associate in arts. Israel Garcia Perez, automotive systems technology. Hernan Galarza, automotive systems technology. Scott Darden, automotive systems technology. David Obregon, automotive systems technology. Lucinda Fung, business administration. Santiago Mejia, automotive systems technology. Bly Lohr, interior design. Susie Isaac, interior design. Heather Simpson, physical therapist assistant. Ovi Cito, computer technology integration, information assurance, and digital forensics diploma. Jenna Voorhees, paralegal technology.
Camille Moore, business administration. Daniel Blake, electrical systems technology. Harold Kirama, associate in arts. Kimberly Tracy, paralegal technology. Ashley Tolbert, Medical Office Administration. April Brown, Accounting. Elizabeth Pisano, Accounting. Nova White, Accounting. Autumn Huddock, Associate in Arts. Janelle Dean, Office Administration. Joshua Ross, Associate in Arts. Adrian Pacheco, Criminal Justice Technology. Jennifer Hernandez, Dental Assisting Diploma. David Fries, Associate in Science. Nicole Santos, Associate in Arts. Kenneth France, Computer Technology Integration. Melanie Berry, Science, Culinary Arts. Jean Rayleigh Dennis, Associate Degree Nursing. Thalia Tillman, Criminal Justice Technology. Imani Fowler, Cosmetology. David Austin, Diesel and Heavy Equipment Technology. Yosef Macho, Accounting. Chandler Brock, Fire Protection Technology. Christopher Kinney, Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration. Daniel Peach, Associate in Arts. LaQuanisha Smith, Business Administration, Human Resources Management. Baby Yaya Sam, Associate in Arts. Ashley Adams, Associate in Applied Science. Alex McKean, Associate in Science. Timothy Radley, Associate in Arts. Kim Davies Burgess, Culinary Arts. Courtney Sims, Culinary Arts. Miranda Dunn, Associate in Arts. Tisha Hemingway, Computer Technology Integration. Jenna Jones, Associate in Arts. Marco Martel, Computer Technology Integration. Joyce Panza, Associate in Arts. Alele Dalmedia, Associate in Arts. Give me that. Washela Tahulan, Office Administration. Patricia Walden Miller, Accounting. Tommy Blair, Welding Technology. Deborah Swain, Associate in Arts. Hunter Healy, Associate in Arts. Veronica Rada, Associate in Arts. Benjamin Huffaker, Computer Technology Integration, Network Administration. Elsa Gomez Banhanike, Computer Technology Integration Technology, Networking Technology. Ohaji McGriff, Simulation and Game Development. Barbara Lodge, Associate in Arts. Harold Thompson, Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration. Kayla Sutton, Associate in Arts. Amahida Amadiravariji, Associate in Arts. Tanquilla Foster, Associate in Arts. Mariani Del Melo Castro, Advertising and Graphic Design. Colleen Summers, Associate in Arts. Breezy Moses, Associate in Arts. Tanisha Betts, Associate in Arts. Deja Young, Associate in Arts. Sandy Gannam, Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Bio-Life Sciences. Jillian Charland, Associate in Arts. Andrea Greer, Associate in Arts. Renine Sill, Associate in Arts. Sophia Rahalan, Associate in Arts. Liliana Guzman, Associate in Arts. Brian Rodriguez, Associate Administration. Mason Fine, Associate in Arts. Wabena Yanzu L, Computer Technology Integration. John Grandy, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Yemba Kansongo, Non-Destructive Examination Technology. Sanisha Belk, Associate in Arts. No Grebreroldi, Hospitality Management. Jennifer Iskander, Associate in Arts. Nathan Austin, Associate in Arts. Caitlin Wilkerson, Associate in Arts. Corey Lewis, Automotive Systems Technology. Paul Gerardo, Physical Therapy Assistant. Daviana Lowry, Associate in Arts. Chantal Samuel, Early Childhood Education. Bethany Lamoy, Associate in Arts. Brittany Borchert, Associate in Arts. Sal Vizette, Associate in Applied Science Construction Management Technology. Julie Connectas, Paralegal Technology Diploma. Jacqueline Romero, Associate in Science. Catherine Cardenas, Associate in Arts. Katridra Simpkins, Associate in Arts. Hind Karam, Associate in Arts. Jeremy Seagull, Associate in Arts. Kimberly Cutro, Accounting. Maria Jimenez, Associate in Arts. Eric Gutierrez, Architectural Technology. Viviana Pulagrina Planta, Criminal Justice Technology. Karina Guadalrama, Criminal Justice Technology. Scott Urban, Associate in Arts. Denisha Boston, Associate in Arts. Julie Von Hedrick, Associate in Arts. Amy Lewis, Dental Hygiene. Thekla Melli, Dental Hygiene. Ashley Kopek, Dental Hygiene. Taylor Cooper, Dental Hygiene. Jessica Smith, Dental Hygiene. Caroline Wallace, Dental Hygiene. Anna Gorlova, Dental Hygiene. Anna Bryant, Dental Hygiene. Mimi Butler, Dental Hygiene. Marianne Hoch, Dental Hygiene. Angela Overby, Dental Hygiene. Kim Nguyen, Dental Hygiene. Catherine Nobles, Dental Hygiene. LaQuasha Holmes, Medical Office Administration. Lisa Alvarez, Dental Hygiene. April Yoakum, Dental Hygiene. Lily Reuter, Dental Hygiene. Jesse Raybon, Dental Hygiene. Bethany Green, Dental Hygiene. Emily Walsberger, Dental Hygiene. Sheldon Conover, Dental Hygiene. Rachel Roberts, Dental Hygiene. Kayla Foman, Dental Hygiene. Taya Quaban Towitz, Dental Hygiene. Nicole Jones, Dental Hygiene. Noor Ibrahim, Associate in Arts. Sanchanta King, Accounting. Mahogany Nelson, Associate in Arts. Farrell Ibrahim, Associate in Arts. Callie Napier, Business Administration. Quandre Tillman, Associate in Arts. Jared Beavers, Associate in Arts. Jared Komanen, Diesel and Heavy Equipment Technology. Marnita Robertson, Medical Office Administration. Trin Nguyen, Associate in Science, Biological Life Science. Sean Kritz, Associate in Arts. Melvin Cuthbertson, Associate in Arts. Caroline Tello, Associate in Arts. Anne-Marie Weatherly, Associate in Arts. Victoria Diaz, Associate in Science. Whitney Jones, Paralegal Technology. Maya Brown, Associate in Arts. Dustin Vinke, Accounting. Daquan Richardson, Associate in Science. Vanessa Holloman, Hospitality Management. Davina Brockington, Associate in Arts. Amanda Gamati, Associate in Arts. Gage Josie, Associate in Arts. Kevin Mays, Computer Integrated Machining. Abraham Merriam, Computer Technology Integration, Networking Technology. Soto Chumo Ilo, Associate in Arts. Anna Cruz, Paralegal Technology. Alex Dilworth, Civil Engineering Technology. Marie Prisme, Physical Therapist Assistant. Oranisha Fort, Associate in Arts. Last name. Audrey Moinjing, Associate in Arts. Cindy Lazo, Associate in Arts. Jaywand Young, Associate in Arts. Ada Chapman, Interpreter Education. Brianna Buck, Interpreter Education. Tressa Burrows, Interpreter Education. Destiny Smalls, Business Administration. Dia Lazadi, Associate in Arts. Katie Ramos, General Clerical Skills. Senwana Hodrez, Dental Assisting Diploma, Associate in Arts. Rashona Moses, Associate in Arts. James Lackey, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. V. Wynn, Mechatronics Engineering. Hunter Borkowski, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Arthur Ray, Mechatronics Engineering. Micah Stockfish, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. David Whalen, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Brent Hollander, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Douglas Tatro, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Alexander Davenport, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Crystal Elliott, Associate in Arts. Meshaline Williams Nicholas, Associate in Arts. Shamia Scott, Early Childhood Education. Valerie Davila, Associate in Arts. Rosia Olivo, Business Administration, International Business. Griselda Conjura, Business Administration. Tamira Byers, Associate in Arts. Shakina Jones, Paralegal Technology. Gerald Yongo, Associate in Science, Bio-Life Sciences Pathway. Nashelle Manson, Paralegal Technology.
I promise we are almost finished, so graduates, as custom dictates, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your cap. And my next line says, would the audience please join me in congratulating you, but I guess you've already done that. So how about one more round of applause for our graduates?
I would like to extend my gratitude and appreciation to each of our platform guests for being here this evening. Thank you very much. And now Maureen Mo Palmer will announce the benediction.
I would like to ask also that we please remain in your seats until the recessional is over and the platform guests, faculty, and graduates have exited the arena. At this time, you'll exit out after the benediction out of the front doors, and you can greet the graduates at the front of the Coliseum. And now, 2007 graduates, receive this blessing as you go out into the world. Would you please bow your heads with me? May God's blessing follow you as you find new journeys to travel. May you walk safely along the pathways of your dreams. May God's gentle hand guide the decisions you will make and the passions that you follow. May you stay true to your dreams and use your gifts wisely. And now, beloved, walk in the future with faith, hope, and great love. And may we all celebrate these graduates with a hearty amen.